Hello class, my name is Felipe Prado Garcia. This is my week one discussion board PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to be talking about a potential threat called cyber attack. This is a crisis that could happen worldwide, and I'm going to be focusing on point of entries. So basically, all point of entries would be affected. Um, those include land ports, seaports, airports, and also adjacent ports that are outside of the United States. They all share the same computerized informational systems, the same data. So basically, all those symptoms will be malfunctioning. What that will cause is prolonged um, wait times. Whether you're traveling by foot, car, in an airplane, a boat, or a vessel, um, basically this will increase the wait times for you to be processed into the United States and gain entry back into the country. This will definitely disrupt international and local travel. An example of local travel would be people that commute, whether they're residents or citizens that live in the border of Canada and Mexico. Usually they travel every day in and out of the country for work or for personal reasons, for their family. So this will cause a disruption in their plans, in their day-to-day activities, because the wait times to come into the country and leave the country will be longer. Same thing goes with international travel, tourism, people that are here for tourists or people who are traveling for international business trips, whatever. This will also affect their their plans because of longer wait times. So, if something like this were to happen, leaders in Washington, D.C., which is where the headquarters of DHS is, so DHS is the Department of Homeland Security, and it is estimated that millions of Americans and tourists will be affected from a cyber attack, even if it lasts for 14, 18 hours, 24 hours, a day, 2 days, um, whatever time it's going on. It's going to affect the traveling public, and it will have consequences that could last. It would have an aftermath consequence that could last for days. The best thing to do or to take action when something like this happens is to isolate the threat, locate the threat, isolate it, and resolve the issue. Those three are the most essential things, because the longer that the cyber attack is going on for, the more consequences that it will have in the aftermath. Now, like I said, the attack could last anywhere from hours to days, depending on the point of entry that you're on and the informational system that you're using. Now, they all share the same ones, but um, depending on your geolocation, it could take longer for IT or technologists to get to you and try to fix it. Um, so like I said, the aftermath could have days, because of glitches in the system. So it would result in slower travel, less people coming in and out of the country, which is a problem. The longer that the longer that it lasts, the more problems that it will bring to the traveling public. I do remember an instance. I think it was July 19th of 2024, last year. Um, there was a cyber attack in, I believe it was only inside the United States and only to some ports of entries where they couldn't have access to their informational system, so they could not process um, people in and out of the country. So that lasted a couple of hours, and the aftermath of that is that some ports were shut down for X amount of hours. I don't remember exactly, but that caused people to either be stranded in Mexico or Canada or in any other country, or for tourists to be stranded in the United States. So, you can see how that could cause a lot of problems really fast. Um, if something like this were to happen, the main impact would definitely be in commerce, especially in cargo ports, whether it is a seaport, a land port, or airport. I think the most important ones would be seaports and land ports when it comes to cargo, because they carry the most goods, whether it's importing goods or exporting goods. They carry the most amount of cargo. Um, Tourism will also be heavily impacted, like I said, due to longer wait times, canceled or delayed flights. This would be a very big problem because if you can't process people into the United States that are coming from flights, then those flights would be delayed because there's no point in a flight from Spain to take course into the United States. If they can't even be processed, they're just going to be stranded there. So what ended up happening is a lot of flights were either delayed or canceled. But so this caused a lot of problems for tourism because people canceled their trips or rescheduled, whatever the situation could be. Um, so what this caused was less travelers coming to the United States, meaning less money being spent. And even if this is only for a day, it is a big financial hit because you're losing tourism, you're losing import and exports, and people are just overall not happy. Even if it's for a day, the amount of pieces that come together and create this whole um, travel, whether it's for pleasure, business, cargo, whatever, each area gets affected by this cyber attack. Um, but yeah, that's my week one presentation, and like I said, leaders back in headquarters, when something like this happens, it's they have to take action immediately because the longer that they prolong it, the longer that it's going on for, the more harm that it would do, especially if they go back online without fixing the whole issue, without isolating the problem. It could leak a lot of sensitive information, a lot of data that we wouldn't want we wouldn't want it to be in the wrong hands, basically. uh but yeah. Yeah.